Yeah. Woo. Ready? Let's get it. I'm telling you why. You can see in their eyes, them boys ain't playing, they ready to ride.
Championship week.
If you ain't ready, you can eat alive.
That sound good?
Is it Friday yet?
I
wish. It's like Christmas for me.
You boys, we about to ride. We're a band of brothers and we stick together like an army mission when it's wartime. We stacking them W's, pay attention. Opponents coming with apprehension. We stay on top of our division. Went from BCS buses to playoff contenders. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad.
Yeah.
We have to tighten them boys up. We here for the crown. Utes. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad. We have to tighten them boys up. We here for the crown.
Go Utes! Welcome back, Utah fans!
Jeez.
It's championship week.
Woo.
Who saw this coming?
It
Me.
is championship week.
Me.
I'm so freaking nervous. I can't. My stomach's already all
Oh, I'm
screwed up.
so messed up. But that's
a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It's all worth it. Welcome to the podcast. We're a little excited. We have a lot to talk about. If you can't tell, we're a little excited.
It's great.
Follow, like, subscribe. You know the drill. You're going to want to follow us this week.
Do subscribe.
Well, and on Facebook and Instagram and
On YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to be down there.
document it all.
I'm gonna be posting a bunch of stuff, interacting,
Twitter, yeah. We want to meet all of you.
making fun of Duck fans. Let's get together and do it together.
We're all in this together. A couple shout outs before we start. I want to say shout out to Stephanie Edwards. We got to meet her at the tailgate. She's super fan. I think a lot of you probably seen her around. She is a super fan.
Yeah, she puts us to shame.
Yes,
I saw her,
she
though,
does.
in the corn dog line. You should have got me a corn dog,
Oh,
Stephanie.
you did?
This line was
Really?
so long.
Those lines are
That
so
line,
long.
that was...
I never wait in that line because it's just.
I didn't want to
not
wait
worth
because
it.
you know why? I'm standing there looking at the line considering, do I want to go get a corn dog? And someone walked by me and just heaved everywhere.
Seriously?
They must have been drinking too much. And I saw that and I go,
corn
I don't want a corn dog right now. That's honestly what
This was
happened.
on Friday?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Heave-hoed, man.
They had too much Thanksgiving turkey. I
No. They may have had that, but they had a
my
little too much brew, I'm afraid to say.
Well, anyways.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Stephanie.
Welcome
Thanks.
to the podcast, everybody.
Thanks
That's football.
Cool. Thanks for stopping by our tailgate. And then I wanted to say a shout out to Dave Rollins. He's my neighbor and he listens.
Does he?
Yes, he does. So shout
Hey,
out to you,
Dave.
Dave. Thanks for listening.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, we had a game.
Anything going on this week?
Obviously, we want to get to Oregon and the championship game, but we do have to touch upon a little bit, I mean, just briefly, the Colorado game. And I thought the way to do it maybe is I would just play this excerpt from the press conference right after the game and what Covey had to say, and then maybe we can just make a couple comments.
Yeah,
I think
Covey
he
sums
actually
it up pretty well.
sums up kind of where the team was and probably where the fans
Where we were all.
where we all were, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's cue that up.
Well, I think it's obvious we didn't play to our best, but at this point that doesn't matter. You know, sent the old upperclassmen out right on Rice Eccles, and it's nice to be able to just focus on what we really want to focus on right now. You know, it took a lot to really focus on this game throughout the week because our whole entire offseason, you know, we're talking about Pac-12 championship, so we are excited to be able to look forward now. We're not even going to celebrate this victory. Like, the moment we get home, we're just, you know, preparing.
Britt, how difficult was it coming into this?
We can end it there. That's a brief part. He went on to say, though, they had a good week of practice. But the point is, what he said, it was hard to focus because
Yeah, the game was...
the goal was always to get to the championship game. They had it in hand, and now we have to play this game. And you could tell it had an effect, though we dominated. Honestly, we were the better team. There's no question about it. But I can see what he just said there. That pretty much, in my mind, characterizes what it did to the team and actually the fans. And here's an example as far as the fans go. The goofs behind us, who are always nut jobs. I mean, they get so loud and crazed before
they will
almost every game. I mean, they're over the top for like the first quarter.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
watching and listening will not understand, but they can go nuts. They were pure silence.
I didn't even know they were at the game.
Yeah.
They were
honestly.
there in pure silence. So that was their mindset of this game. I just think that's what it was. And it's tough to overcome sometimes, yet they did. We could have done better, but we dominated.
Well,
really.
I'll
Anyway,
tell-
so that's where.
I'll tell you how much
it
this
is.
game didn't really mean. I brought my 3 kids.
I brought my 2 kids.
And you brought
Yeah,
your 2
that's,
kids.
that's
So that shows you right there how much I didn't really care about what happened because I was willing to bring my 3 kids.
I brought a 3-year-old who, before the game started, turns to me and goes, "I want to go home."
yeah, you did.
I said, "Well, buddy."
Bummer.
Halfway through the game, he looked at me and goes, "I changed my mind. I want to stay home with Mom." That's what he said to me. And I was like, "Well, dude, there's nothing I can do about it at this point."
I like that Covey actually admitted to that because I think we all felt it. You could see it. So I like that he actually said it.
It is. It's you know you have a game in hand. You don't want to lose. They don't want to lose, but it's still hard to focus because you've basically achieved the main goal to this point. But the fact is, Utah is so much the better team. Colorado only scored. The defense only allowed 2 field goals, and one of those field goals came off a pick that brought them down to inside
Like
the
20 yard line or something like that.
But just quickly, and then we're going to move on to what's really matters. But Utah dominated them. For instance, first downs, it was 23-9. Total yards. Colorado had 148 total yards.
Total
yards. We had 444.
We held them to under 150 yards. That's unheard of.
They threw for 84 yards. We threw for 179. They rushed for 64 yards, and we rushed for 265, and on and on and on. Time of possession and so forth.
Domination.
We dominated, but there were just a couple of mistakes here or there. You could just see a few things were off, and I think Covey touched upon.
Yeah,
That's
it was
all I'm
sloppy.
saying.
Going into the game, I mean, really, ultimately, the game was irrelevant in the standpoint of win or lose would have had no bearing on going to the Pac-12 championship game or beyond. So you still want to win. I'm not saying you don't, but yeah, your mind is to the next week, right? You know, odds are you're playing Oregon again. It's going to be a dogfight, but credit to them. They came out. They didn't look great on the first drive, but
We won.
we won. So there's that.
So that's the Colorado game. Got anything on that, Bryn? Do you want to add?
I want to say that sack by Devin Lloyd right in front of us, I jumped out of my seat. It was so exciting. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They were right in front of us. He just drilled that dude.
The guy was kind of in the pocket and moved, and Lloyd came out of nowhere. Yeah.
He had a great game. But I do also want to give a shout out to, I don't know these people. Like I said, I had my 3 children with me, and my 10-year-old was whining because I told her she couldn't get a treat.
That's
That's mean.
That's up to par.
I gave in. So I sent my 3 kids. Part of it was just to get them out of my hair for a minute, you know?
Get stuck in a line for 45
Yeah,
minutes?
like go up to
Like this
concessions
guy right here?
and you'll be gone. Yeah, you were stuck forever.
Yeah.
So I sent them up there. They were standing in line, and some very generous Utah fans bought them hot chocolate.
They bought them for your kids?
Yeah.
Man.
So thank you to whoever you are. That was very generous in the giving, Thanksgiving spirit.
It's wonderful.
Wow.
It's Utah fans watching out for Utah fans. So thank you.
Well, we got to the front of the line, and they were out of French fries. After 45 minutes of waiting, get to the front of the line. The only thing my 3-year-old wants is French fries.
Of course.
Sorry, buddy, we're out of French fries. Full meltdown. The entire concourse could hear him screaming, and I'm just going, I don't know what to tell you, my friend.
You have to mention your good fortune, too.
What's his good fortune?
That our wonderful neighbors at
Oh,
our tailgate lot.
Yeah, well, my neighbors, and he does listen, so from the Nico side of the tailgating area. So as I mentioned last week, our fire pit went missing.
Yeah.
Stolen, and whatever. So I ended up getting the same one. I purchased another one this week, but I went and set up our tailgate spot. The chairs were all up and so forth early. Then I had to leave, and the new fire pit was still in my truck. But when I came back, I walked up looked, and the fire pit
It appeared.
had appeared
Magically.
in the chairs, and I go, well, someone from the Nicos came over and explained that they accidentally picked it up when they were cleaning up everything in the dark
At the Oregon game.
after the Oregon game, and I think they had been drinking a bit. That's not an exaggeration. A bit. So it's understandable that they might think that was their fire pit, though it was like 30 feet away from their area. But I
Under
get
a tree.
Yeah, but hey,
Hey,
Hey, it
they
came
brought
back,
it back,
man.
they brought it back.
Good on you. So now you got 2 fire pits.
Now I got 2. That's okay.
Thanksgiving miracles all
Yeah, it was
around.
great.
Miracle. Okay, let's get down to the
fun
where
stuff.
we
Here
are
we
at.
go.
It's championship week, Friday night. Raiders Stadium at 6 p.m. local here.
5 p.m. Vegas.
It's 5
time.
p.m. Vegas. Now, I know we came out of the gate a 3-point favorite. I think it went down to 2-5 now.
It's 2.
Is it
last,
2?
last I heard it was 2, but it could have gone back up. Betting lines are weird that way. But hey, we're favored. As we should be. We should be favored in this game. Why wouldn't we? We just beat them by 28 points 2 weeks ago.
Slightly favored then. I mean, it's a unique game in the sense of we will play each other twice in 13 days.
Yeah, it's an odd situation.
It's very odd.
But
It's very NFL.
it's cool, and this is fun. Here we are. This is, as we've said for the last number of weeks. We've been the 3 out of the last 4, but again, I throw out 2020. That was particularly the Pac-12, the way they operated stuff during COVID. That was a throwaway season in my view. So really, the last 3 years we've been in it.
Well, in the 2020, the way the Pac-12 handled their championship game was such bull crap.
I don't even honestly.
If you
I couldn't
remember-
tell you who won it.
Washington was going. They got COVID.
They got COVID, so
Oh
then they
my
said,
gosh, that's
they said,
right.
okay, Oregon, you get to go, and then Oregon beats
won
USC
the championship.
and wins and goes to the Rose Bowl when they shouldn't have even been in the
I
championship.
forgot all
to
about
begin
that.
with.
Okay, last year really gets
That
thrown
year's
out.
a
Yeah,
joke.
so
Garbage.
it's bull crap.
Realistically, the last 3 full seasons Utah
Yeah.
has been here. So that's where we're at. It's exciting. For those who follow us on Facebook, we put some poll questions out. I thought maybe we just see how people answered these and then give your view or tell me what you chose, and then we'll just make some comments regarding that. But right off the bat, the question was, will Utah win the championship? In other words, are we going to beat Oregon on Friday? And there were 4 choices. One is absolutely. The other is I'm feeling good about it. The other is it's a 50-50. And the last one is no, we're not going to win. So we had 23% said absolutely we're going to win. 56% said we feel good about it. 17% went 50-50. And 2% said no.
How many? That's 8 people.
You're getting out, man.
Admit it. You're
Kicking you out.
You're a
You're
fan of
zoobies.
another team and just leave.
So
Yeah, absolutely. We win.
I picked the I'm feeling good about it.
Interesting.
I picked I'm feeling good.
Absolutely, we were going to win. I picked absolutely. There is just look.
Okay, why?
Look, I understand.
Absolute is absolute. You know what that means, don't you?
Absolutely, we're going to win. This team is just different. It's just different. There's so many things about this team. The hurdles that they've had to overcome this season and the obstacles. I mean, it's the tale of 2 different seasons. I mean, you think about where we were the first 4 games of this year, barely 2-2, struggling. The Aaron Lowe situation happens. They only lost 1 game since then. And it's just getting better and better and better. Do I think that this game's going to be anywhere like it was 2 weeks ago? No. But absolutely, we win this football game.
Okay.
And I'm putting money on it in Vegas.
Oh,
The
man.
first bet I'll have ever... My wife doesn't listen to this. The first bet I will have ever made in my life, $500, $200, $100 on Utah to cover.
Dang.
I'm doing
Absolute,
it. Absolutely, we win this football game.
I'm
So
not.
you went with.
I said I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I do feel really good about it. I think this is our year. I think that we have the tools to do it. I think we're playing well enough to do it. But I can't say 100% absolutely, just because it's a championship game. I mean, they're going to be bringing their best stuff. We're bringing our best stuff. And 2 weeks ago, we fully dominated them with our best stuff, but they played well on Saturday also. So I can't say absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't quite say absolutely, but I'm feeling good about this. When I compare my feelings about the previous championships, 19 even as good as we were, and prior to that, to me, there's a different feel about this game. I actually do really feel good about our chances that we win. Whereas before, I may have thought 50-50 or we were the underdog against them. But I agree with what you say. And we've said this before in previous podcasts, is I think what we're seeing, it's not a fluke. That's who Utah is right now, who they have become. And just after playing Oregon, the way we played, I'm just feeling real good. I just feel it's better than a 50-50 just because of where we're at. So anyway,
I just saw on Twitter, it was one of the Utah beat writer guys. He said that Rising said today that he watched the 2019 game today.
Really?
Just to study it and everything, or maybe to pump himself up. I don't really know, but good for him for watching that, because that was a hard game
it's probably
to watch. But it's to get him in the mindset.
understand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I think in 2019, I didn't feel like this going into 2019. I
feel
felt
different.
worse.
I do feel different.
Now look, I'm super nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've said all along, Oregon's a talented team, and they know what we're going to bring now. We know what they're going to bring, and so it's going to be a very different football game. But I feel really, really confident going into it.
So, okay, the next question, let's go with this one, is how many points will Utah need to score in order to win? 4 choices, 21 plus points, 28 plus, 35 plus, or 41 plus points. And 10% said 21 points or more. 37% said 28 points or more to win. 46%, 35 plus to win. And there were 5% who said we needed 41. I went with the 35. We got to at least score 35 to win this game. What did you guys go with?
I was 35 also. I don't think 28 is going to cut it.
I put 28 plus. I think the magic numbers is 30, 31. I think that's the magic number. I don't think we need to get to 35 points to beat them. I can see why you both selected that. I think 28 to 31. That's the range to me.
You don't think they're going to score
No.
up to 30 points?
No, I don't. No.
Good for you.
Well,
I can see them scoring 27 points, but I'll say this: if they breach the 30-point mark, we're in big trouble.
No, that's why I'm saying we have to score.
Yeah,
That's why I went with
don't-
35 points.
My concern is if it gets to a shootout, if it's 35 to 34, that makes me very, very nervous. But my number is 31, so I put 28. You know what the over-under is on this game? Have you looked that up?
I don't know off right. I saw it, but I can't remember.
It is. It's like we've said. We played them 2 weeks ago. There's not all this new film to be studying on them, and they don't have new film to be studying on us. It is what they already know our team. We know their team, so it's not these new things. We know that Dye's going to be a problem. We know that Brown is going to be a problem, and we know that Thibodeau's going to be a problem. So I think they're going to score more on us than they did 2 weeks ago.
Definitely. There's no way we hold them to 7 points.
Even though,
again.
as well as our defense is playing right now, and they're playing so amazing, I don't see us only holding them to 7 again.
So Vegas has the over-under at 58.5, which is 29 per team, essentially. So they kind of see it in that same range. Although if Utah scores 58 and shuts them out, then we still get to that.
I don't know.
Score as many as you can.
They
Utah.
can score, and I just feel like they're going to score, and if we're going to win, we're going to have 35.
But the key to this game is the same as it was 2 weeks ago. It's run the ball, control the time of the possession, and manhandle them. And I know that's one of your poll questions coming up, but to me, that's the key. And if we can do that, then it limits the amount of possessions that they have, and they're not going to have the opportunity to score 35 points.
Yeah.
But that's easier said than
35,
done.
baby. That's going to be the magic
Hey,
number. I'm
look,
just telling
if we
you.
score 35 plus, we win.
We need 35.
I'll say that.
Will Utah rush for 200-plus yards against Oregon? Simply
Oh,
yes
I
or
didn't vote
no.
for this one. I didn't see this one.
So we had 4. This is the third one. Yeah, well, Utah, so we rushed for 206 or 206 or 208, one of those.
208.
So will Utah rush for over 200 yards again this game?
I said yes.
I said no.
Well, we're back at this.
I think
again.
no.
Dun, dun.
Because
tell
that's
me
why.
why.
I'll tell you mine, then you can tell me. Give me your reasons. I'm just saying. Okay, it happened in that game. It was. If we do, we win. Okay. If we do,
Correct.
This is deja vu
It
all
is,
over.
and I
again.
hope I'm wrong.
we win, and I hope that we can. But to me, I think Oregon is going to do everything in their power to stop the run because they saw it too. So everything you said, clock. And that's how come they lost. We dominated the line of scrimmage. We got over 200 yards on these guys. If we do it again, we win. But I just think they're going to change it up and probably make Rising do more to win the game. That's why. I mean, I think they'll scheme it up more. They'll have some blitz. They just don't want to get dominated like that again. That's why I think we won't reach 200. If we do, it's hallelujah. That's what I'm thinking.
I get that, and I think you're right. They're not gonna just let us do that all over again. But I don't know. I feel confident with the way our backs are playing right now, with the multitude of backs that we have.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
man,
I was really surprised that Thomas played against Colorado.
I was
we
too.
talked about that last week, and I figured he probably wouldn't because we know he's kind of been nursing an injury, but. That's why I put yes. I agree with you. I think they're going to focus majorly on that, but I feel good about the way our backs are playing.
I failed to say too. It was 82% said that we would rush for 200 or
That's
more.
a lot.
That's only 17%.
Said no.
My answer is the same. Sorry, is Gary. I think no. If we do, we win. But to the exact same point, they're gonna sell out to stop the run. Rising only threw 10 of 18 last game, so they're going to make, in my opinion, they're gonna make him beat their defense. I think he's capable of doing it. The big problem that I see for Oregon, if they do sell out to stop the run, is our tight ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because our tight ends are so good at lining up, and you don't know, is it a run or is it a pass? So you can't just line up and go, okay, we know what they're doing, because they do so many different things out of the same formations that now you have to take into account our tight ends. That's the X factor for me. I don't think we run for 200 yards, but if we do, it's going to be a great day. I'll say that.
Come on.
I hope I'm
want to
wrong.
be right again, please.
I hope I'm wrong.
Can you imagine if I'm right
If she's right
twice?
again, I will buy you a Diet Coke in Vegas.
Okay.
Wow.
A spiked Diet
okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we add a little something?
Maybe I
there?
do.
A little
Maybe I do.
Something.
And the final question. Which position or position group must have a good game in order for Utah to win? Now, comments were interesting. Someone said all of them. Okay.
We
Someone said,
understand that, yes.
and some people gave commentary. Yes, it's a team game, and they all need to play
Right.
good football to win this game. Everybody. I'm just saying, though,
You pick
which
one to
which
be the
one
better.
must
Yeah.
play good. If these guys or guy does not play good, we are going to lose. That's what it means. And The options I gave was quarterback, defensive line, offensive line, running backs, linebackers, and receivers. Mm-hmm. We had 6% say QB, which means Cam Rising. 35% said the D-line. 50% the O-line. 4% running backs, 1% linebackers, and 1% receivers. So
The lines.
the O-line was the winner at 50%, and the D-line was at second with 35%. So, yeah, it's the lines, but it's offensive line, of which I said the O-line. For a lot of the reasons we just said.
I said O-line too.
Is that what you did? Mm-mm. So
you said D-line, didn't you?
No, she didn't. She can say it in a second. I said the O-line because
Wow.
if we can dominate like we did, then we do get the 200.
Yeah.
We run the clock. We control Oregon, and we win. Mm-hmm. It's because if the O-line does not play good, then we can't run. It's going to be tougher, and we've got to run. And it's going to be tougher on Cam, and it's tougher on the passing game as well, because then they can get to him. Mm-hmm. To me, it's about the O-line. Who'd you pick?
You don't want to say because
I said O-line as well for the exact. I mean,
is it?
Yeah, I just think if we can road grade them like we did last time, for all the exact same reasons, we control the ball, we control the clock. We can get to the end zone. I mean, if we can get in the end zone like we did last time, where we were not kicking field goals, when we got down within like the 5-yard line, it literally was, "Hey, we're running right here."
Yeah.
I mean, we're telling you where we're going, and then we just absolutely manhandle them.
Yeah.
If we can do that again, we're going to be in a great spot. Second choice, I think the D-line is really important, but the way that our linebackers fly around and make plays, I think that they can make up for some deficiencies in the D-line. So for me, it's the O-line.
I mean, I'm not saying the O-line needs to play good and the D-line can play like crap.
No.
That's not the point of the question. It's like if the D-line has a good game, not a fantastic game, but our O-line plays a real good game, we can win with that.
Yes.
But if the O-line plays really good, and our D-line for some reason decides not to show up, gap discipline, all that stuff, then we're gonna lose.
We'll be in big trouble.
So I'm not saying that. It's just that to me, it's the O-line is the key.
They're the key. What did you say?
I 100% agree with everything you're saying, and I think the two lines, offensive, defensive, are so important. And my heart stopped when Bam went down.
Oh my gosh!
In Colorado, I mean Bam
and Thomas went down on the same drive, and I was sick.
Yeah, that just like flashes of oh my gosh, we're screwed. But he got up. As far as we know, he's okay, so that's good. But
I donated my knee ligaments to him, so he's fine.
It was his ankle.
It was like I thought you got hit.
I donated everything to him.
I don't even know. None of your
would
ligaments would fit his body.
No.
I voted linebackers, which I'm surprised that that's only 1%.
The only thing is, though, some people may not have seen because when it shows up, you have to click on it.
Yeah,
that is a factor sometimes.
Yeah,
but 1%.
It's higher than 1%, though.
Yeah, only 5 of us voted for that. I mean, 1, Devin Lloyd. 2, I just feel like with the caliber of the way our defense is playing right now and the linebackers, Lloyd, Sewell, the way they are everywhere.
Bishop.
They're just Bishop. Yeah, like
Bishop, what a man.
They're everywhere and they make those huge plays and they put the pressure on Brown. They just do everything. So I feel like if they can have a really good game and be everywhere and do everything again and put all that pressure on, I think that's going to make a huge difference. But obviously the line plays a big part in that as well.
Yeah, if the D-line's playing well, then it frees up our linebackers to fly around. I can see why you voted for the linebackers. I think that they have a massive impact.
Why are you smirking at me? Look at him smirk at me. He wants to tell me I'm wrong.
I think our linebackers.
I'm just saying.
In the first matchup,
I'm trying to analyze
the
linebackers
what you're played
okay.
so well. All 3 of them. I mean,
know.
Bishop had the game of his life. If he can duplicate that, it'd be fantastic.
He's on an upward trajectory right
He
now.
is, yeah. He could be an all-star in the next 2 or 3 years. And then you got Sewell, and then some other dude, I can't remember his name.
Reed.
No, I was Lloyd. I was joking. But then there's also Reed, who hasn't played because Bishop's been playing so well. So I can see why you voted for linebackers.
Sort of. I can sort of see it.
Wide receivers, though, that's
I can sort of see it. Other than,
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
sure if I.
You're not seeing my
No,
argument.
I do see the argument because they're difference makers. There's no doubt about it. But
Yeah.
if they played a superior game and our O line doesn't play good,
Yeah.
game set match,
Right, 'cause
Oregon's
we
going
can't
to the
score.
Rose Bowl.
Right. No, I get it.
Whereas if you flip that and the O line is dominant, linebackers play a good game, we'll win that way. That's why I rationalize.
Majority agrees with you. I think
Yeah, you only had 1%.
I know. What the heck, people? Our linebackers play a big part in this.
Our linebackers are, well,
I think we do
Anyway.
need to mention, because I think we were talking about this before we started, but Noah Sewell for Oregon did get hurt last
Yes.
week with Oregon State, but he's playing.
correct. He's
Which I'm
clear
not
to play.
surprised.
What did he hurt? Do you
I don't
know?
remember. I remember seeing it. I don't know the official, but he looked pretty dinged. But they came out today and said that he's playing.
I
Now,
mean, he was out for like the whole second half,
now-
wasn't he?
Okay.
who knows what that
Yeah.
might mean?
But he
that
did
would
get
be
hurt, and
big,
they
'cause
had
he is he.
Did you see
balled.
the targeting in that freaking
Okay,
game,
okay,
dude?
but I was gonna nominate them for the Jackass later.
the refs. They already
refs.
won 2
No,
weeks
yeah,
ago.
we can't do them.
but that's why I didn't. That was the most blatant targeting.
Did you see it?
I've seen the replay of it.
I have
I think
ever-
I
the
was
Oregon
switching
State-
back between the Alabama game, and
Oregon
the-
game.
The guy
I've seen it.
left his feet, launched with the crown of his helmet, made initial contact with the other dude's helmet, and the Pac-12 officials in review went, wait, these guys are playing in the Pac-12 championship next week. He's their best defensive player. We can't have him out. Reverse the targeting. That literally is the conversation that they had. It was the most. If that's not targeting, there is no targeting in the sport.
Also,
targeting.
with the refs, so that happened. Then in subsequent plays, the big brawl
Mm-hmm.
happened, and the Oregon player rips the Oregon State helmet off. Did you see all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I get the Oregon State player ran in there and kind of jumped on somebody. Only the Oregon State player got a penalty.
Yeah.
Why did the Oregon guy who ripped the dude's head off not get a penalty for that?
They're protected.
Don't you get a penalty if you rip someone's helmet
not
off?
if you're wearing that hideous green. You don't.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was very strange. Give both of them penalties.
That's what I'm saying. Give both teams penalties and move on. But it was
It was
that
targeting.
targeting was.
But anyways, Noah Sewell is supposed to play. We'll see. He might be
He might be
a
limited.
little dinged, and they've got some players that are dinged. So hopefully that
They're
plays
down
to our
3 wide
advantage.
receivers, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
I think that Thibodeau is going to have more of an effect this game. I can't imagine. I mean, he had like 6 or 7 tackles last game, but he didn't have a sack. It wasn't a dominant game for him.
it was a very muted game.
So
for him, really.
I can't imagine that that's going to happen again this game. I feel like he's going to make some plays. I think we just have to get ready for it.
How is that dude? So, he has the club hand, which it wasn't bandaged the same way on Saturday when they played Oregon State. But then on his other arm, he's got like a whole brace on his other arm.
That's why he was out of the first of the season. I think it was.
Well, then what's the club
I think it was his
hand?
elbow. I don't know.
I don't know.
That dude's banged up all over the place, but he's still
He's
a
a baller.
huge factor.
He's a baller. and
He's gonna.
He's kind of a leader.
I think he's gonna be involved. I think he's gonna make some plays. This.
I agree with you. I don't think we'll be able to hold him like we did as much.
No, I don't.
No,
either.
I don't think that the guy's a top 5 NFL pick. I don't think you can hold him down the way that we just did. I was shocked the way that we held him down the first game. So maybe they do it again.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not gonna happen. I'm just.
So who
I'm
knows?
saying it because we need to be ready to accept some sacks and whatever else he does. But you don't have to do a lot of sacks
if you run
if
the
you
ball,
run the ball. So we'll see. But I just think he's going to be more noticeable. He's just too good.
I don't know. Maybe Thomas has Another 3 touchdowns and 180 yards.
Travis Dye, is he gonna be more of the Travis Dye of the season?
They only gave him the ball 6 times last time we played him. That was probably the biggest surprise for me. Was they kind of took him out of the game on their own for us.
I think yes. I think everything they didn't do against us, they're going to do this time. You know?
They're gonna try.
They're going to adjust it, and so I think they're going to try running him
Yeah,
more.
okay. I would agree with all of that. But do you think
He'll
he's
be
going
more?
to be
I
more
think
like
he'll
the
be
guy?
more of a factor. I don't think he's going to be a tremendous factor. I think our game plan is going to be very similar. Make that quarterback beat us through the air. You eliminate his run threat and their run threat in general. Make him beat you through the air. So I think Dye will be a bigger factor. I don't think he's going to be a huge factor. I don't see him popping off for a 2 scores and 180 yards.
But I forgot their backup. He's pretty good too. Yeah, the running game, we pretty much was under 100 yards. We stifled it.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to get over 100 yards rushing? I guess I'll ask that between the two.
This game? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Between their 2 backs?
They-
Yeah, I do.
They have to.
They know it too.
They know it.
I would be really surprised if we held them. If we hold them under 100 again, we win.
Yeah.
But I can't see it. I think they're going to make that has to be a focus.
Yeah. They know, we know, they have to focus on that heavier. Who knows? Find out.
You mentioned Brown. I guess he's one of the main factors for me as to why I'm more confident in this game than in some of the other games. I can't remember the QB.
It was Herbert.
It was
Yeah, it was
Herbert.
Herbert. Who's
No wonder I was.
That's why.
That's
That
why
you were worried about it.
It was
Yeah.
Herbert.
it was
yeah,
Herbert, and they had a crazy run game.
and the massive line.
And
their-
Sewell was on the line, who's in the NFL.
In the
Their-
NFL
and
now.
yeah,
some
their
other
whole
dudes.
line,
Anyway,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
so when I compare Herbert
To Brown?
to Brown and watching Brown, yeah, can Brown make some throws? Yeah. And can Brown run? Yeah. But he can make some dumb mistakes. He can overthrow by 15 yards too and make some dumb decisions. He doesn't scare me like Herbert. I think you can exploit him. If Utah is disciplined like we were, I think we can force him in not to be a factor. But again, he's one of those guys, the Pac-12 have a million of them that are the dual threat.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he puts it together one game and pops off. I mean, that's a possibility.
Possibility, but
But you're right. Even watching the Oregon State game, he played really well.
yeah, he did.
But he still had some really boneheaded plays as well. So the game plan remains the same. Don't let him beat you with his feet. Make him beat you through the air and play sound, that secondary play like we did the first time. That's the key.
Yeah. I think Dye will be more of a threat than Brown. I'm more worried about Dye just having the game of his life than I am Brown having the game of his life, because I don't really see that happening with Brown. But
They're remember
yeah,
they
he
are a
doesn't-
balanced team.
He doesn't
running
scare
and
me
passing.
like Herbert
No.
did, and some of the past Pac-12 quarterbacks that we've seen. He's not that elite.
Though that game,
quarterback.
if I recall, it wasn't really Herbert that beat us. It was they ran the ball down our throat.
They
It was
dominated.
They
the
dominated
offensive
the line.
Yeah, they did.
and they just ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it.
But still, it
Flipped
was
the
Herbert,
script,
man.
and well, and that was the thing. They had that threat of the pass game. So
Well, okay, you guys are going to be there. Unfortunately, I can't be there, but
Do you want us to
it's going to be fun.
leave a little Gary altar at Raiders Stadium? Do you want to give us something and we'll leave it there for you?
I'll just say those who are going to this game are going into the greatest shrine on the face of the earth, Allegiant Stadium. You'll feel the ambiance, the power of the black hole that is even there. Yes.
Hey, the Raiders beat the Cowboys.
Yeah. I know there's tons of Cowboy fans because it's America's team, you
That
know.
is-
That game.
Hey, the
was
Raiders just took
awful.
them out, baby. Hey, a win's a win.
I forgot I was gonna say.
Just win, baby. That was awful.
And we
though.
just won.
I think that this atmosphere is not going to be the same that Rice Eccles was a couple weeks ago. That was insane. But I bet that it's 70% Utah fans at this game.
Absolutely.
We had
think-
a 2 week head. We had a
Yeah.
2 week head start on ticket purchase. you can drive down there day of if you have to. I wouldn't recommend it. There's going to be a lot of traffic. Just be aware of that on your travels. But
He was a travel advisor now.
I'm just telling.
We've got some travel advisors in our Facebook group too that are posting tips and
Gary,
things like that.
some of us are worried about that. I'm just
Okay.
saying it's much easier for Utah fans to get their butts down there.
It is.
But
It's
Oregon
gonna be-
does travel pretty
Oregon
dang
travels
well, man.
very, very well. But 70-30 Utah fans.
I still-
I bet it's bigger. I bet it's closer than that, but maybe 60-40.
Really?
I do. Because Oregon,
they travel.
and it's Vegas.
It's a big stadium too. So
It's a
they're-
destination city.
That's true. I mean, yeah, there's a lot more to do than in
You go to
Santa
Vegas
Clara.
to do the. Yeah, honestly, that's a factor.
It's a
Santa
factor.
Clara,
for
there
us
was
too.
nothing there.
For Utah fans.
Oh yeah.
For all the things you said, but Oregon fans who do travel well anyway, and they go, man, let's go to Vegas and party.
But I also do know the way that we saw flight prices skyrocket.
Yeah,
and
rip off
so
land.
so many of us go, you know what, well, we're just going to drive. A lot of Oregon fans aren't going to do that. So if they don't want to shell out
I'm gonna look it up.
$1,000
I'm gonna
bucks
look it
for
up
a
right
flight,
now.
because
I'm
that's
looking-
what flights did. It just went insane. But no, I think Utah will be the dominant crowd for sure.
All right. Give us your scores for this game.
I'm going to my score I picked 2 weeks ago, 35-28.
I'm going with the 35-34. It's my exact same score. Of
Gary, I don't want it that close.
It went 38-7. I'm just saying. I can't imagine. I think it's going to be tight. I am 35-34, but we win.
That's too much for me.
What do you got?
They don't score 34 points. It's 34-24 Utah.
I mean, I can see all of these. To be honest with you,
And our,
We got to get the prophet down here to give
our
us his
score
prediction.
predictions sponsored by Thomas Orthodontics. I think we forgot to mention that last
We
week.
did.
Apologize.
He's going. He'll be there at the game.
Oh,
I talked to
really?
him. Yeah, he's going down with his daughter,
Sweet.
I think. So, if so look out for him. Good dude.
all right, Ute fans, this is exciting. Let's get this victory and
Oh, we get the win. We go to the freaking
win. We go
Rose
to the Rose
Bowl.
baby. Pray if you.
This is the
if
year.
you're a religious
I
person.
don't care if you're religious or not. Pray.
If you're religious,
Pray to anybody.
If you're religious, pray. I don't
pray
care
to
who you're
anything.
praying to. Just do it. Now, if you're not religious, but you're into energy and stuff like that, and 7 auras, let your energy
Crystals.
flow out into the universe.
I need this in
However
my
it
life.
works.
Well, see, this is what we're going to do.
Let's
we're gonna,
freaking win.
We're going to take something of Gary's, take it to Raider Stadium, and offer a sacrifice
I will sacrifice Gary for
to
this
the
win.
football gods. And then,
What are you going to sacrifice?
I don't know, what do you want to give us to take down there? And then we'll
But it
have a
has to
little
be-
ceremony.
Anything Broncos? Let's burn the crap
No,
out.
no,
of
no.
it.
It
there
has
has
to be of value to you.
Yeah, it has to be
Oh.
something you would love. And we'll take it and we'll do a little altar and a sacrifice.
we'll win.
And then we'll win. To the Raiders gods that are going to...
Find a virgin.
In Vegas,
If you can
good
find
luck.
a virgin in Vegas,
You're-
okay, you can't. We're out.
Can't.
I'll find
I
something
can't
else.
sacrifice a virgin. I don't want to go to prison.
All right, we need to move on. There's so many
All right,
jokes
we're
that
gonna
are
win,
coming to my
Utes.
head.
Come on, let's have some positives.
Say your prayers.
But before we close up, we have to give our impressions of the Lincoln Riley
Higher.
hire at USC, who's now coming from Oklahoma to USC, which all took place right after they lost to Oklahoma State, so it hasn't been in the works. It was just a few days ago. Now, just to remind everybody, if you don't know who Lincoln Riley is, he's only 38 years old, I believe. Young dude.
That makes me sick.
Freak.
He's been in Oklahoma 5 years. He's 55-10 in 5 years, 37-7 in the Big 12 with, so again, 5 years, 4 Big 12 championships. He's been in the playoffs, college football playoffs, 3 times in his 5 years.
3 times.
And he's had 2 Heisman winners in 5 years, and Jalen Hurts was the second voting in the Heisman, and now he goes to USC.
This is what I've been saying for the last 3 or 4
That's
years.
a huge hire for him.
At some
Actually,
point,
the league too.
USC is going to get it right. I think they just hit an
They hit it.
absolute
They got it right.
home run on this one.
I know people are saying, "Oh, we all thought that with Chip Kelly, and
No,
we
no,
all
no,
thought
no,
that with
no, no,
Herm
no, no,
Edwards,
no,
and we
no,
all
no.
thought
Oh
that."
no!
No.
This is it, people.
This was what we're afraid of.
This is what we've been saying forever.
They're going to come in next year and win 9-10 games immediately. Because it's not like the what's the saying? The cupboards are bare. No. He's walking into a fully stocked kitchen.
Well, and he may be bringing some players with him as you're starting to see the chips
Spencer
fall.
Rattler.
Did you see? Yeah, I saw that. That ain't going to happen. The reason I say it.
Yeah.
Did you see? I saw just on the ticker tape. I don't know if you've heard anything else, but I think what I saw was a 5-star quarterback recruit who had committed to Oklahoma, who's from California, decommitted after
Oklahoma?
this. Decommitted from Oklahoma. I guarantee he's going to end up at USC.
There's a bunch of dudes.
I mean,
like
That's what's going to happen.
It's going to happen all over the place.
Plus, the talent's already. They have talent there, and the talent pool, which is Southern California, and guys who go, wait a minute, he's putting dudes in the NFL.
They're winning
at skill
Heismans.
positions.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the tide
here's
is going
the
to
beautiful
turn.
thing. Here's the beautiful
It's great,
thing.
man.
They come to Salt Lake City next year.
I was just going to say,
We're going to
one-
hand
as-
them an L, baby.
As
Give
soon,
him an L.
as soon as that schedule comes out, you mark that on your schedule. Get work off. Get everything off because
That's
that
going
will
to be a prime time game.
And we get them at Rice Eccles. But I think this is it. I think
I
this
saw-
is where it turns USC around. So this has to be our year, people.
And we're going to take him out.
I saw a funny tweet from a Oklahoma fan that said, "Dear Pac-12, rush 3, drop 8. You're welcome." And apparently that's the key to success against.
That's funny, dude.
So also, did you see Chip Kelly? He's going to LSU. Not Chip Kelly.
No.
Not Chip Kelly.
The goofball from
Oregon.
No,
from Notre Dame. Brian
What's his-
Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
Good luck with
Brian Kelly
that.
is going to LSU. So I'm putting it out there right now. Urban Meyer confirmed Notre Dame.
Yeah, right. No, there's a.
Can you make any more noise so that all the meters can go off into the red?
I don't care.
Isn't it the offensive coordinator for Oregon is going to go somewhere? I've been seeing that all day, too.
I've also been seeing that Cristobal is going to go to Miami.
That'd be stupid.
That would be so stupid.
He's not going. No,
I'm just, but the it's starting to happen.
Brian Kelly is going to LSU.
LSU,
I did hear that.
Brian
Yeah,
Kelly.
that's a fact.
LSU.
I think he's overrated personally, Kelly.
I do too. Completely
So
overrated.
LSU, have fun with that.
Why would you? I don't have time to get into.
We don't have time with that. Okay, let's go to the Jackass.
USC. Okay.
This is sort of a year award. We've held on to this one for a while, but
This
Bryn,
is like
give us the
a
Jackass.
season-long, multi-season-long Jackass
Multi-season long,
award.
yeah.
So where we sit in the north end zone, anyone who else
The riffraff.
sits in the north end zone, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a certain group that every single game, at the end of halftime, right as the team runs out and the third quarter is going to start, they think it's hilarious to release about 25 beach balls into the crowd.
There's little sayings on them too.
They throw them up and yay, beach balls. Okay. This is not a circus. This is not playtime. I'm not at the beach.
not the beach.
I am at a football game and the third quarter is about to start and I want to focus on what's happening on the field. I don't want to get hit in the face with a damn beach ball.
Jeez, ball humbug over here. Look at this lady.
Right? And
That's
some
what we're all
people-
saying.
People think it's
and that's
so
what I say at the
fun.
games. 25 beach balls go up in the air, and everyone's going,
You guys just hate joy. That's all I have.
no,
No,
listen to this loser.
Yeah, Mr. Pop the
Hey,
balls.
whoa!
Mr. holds his keys out and pops
Yeah,
the balls.
I've got a whole system at this point. It's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
we have
Look.
come down with a good system to pretty much end 'em. Eradicate the beach balls over like 5 minutes. If they come our way,
I
they're
know.
done.
It's
Here's the
like
thing.
game on. You know,
Hit in the face. You're sitting there watching a game, and a beach ball hits you in the
Wayne's
face.
World, game on. It's like the game is on.
If you want to do the beach balls, I have no problem with it. If you do it at the beginning of halftime,
No, they do it at the third quarter because that's when it's like they want to be freaking a-holes.
yeah. Well, congratulations,
Jackasses.
They get the jackass.
That's the see. It feels so good to let that out.
You
It's
feel
been-
better now?
It's been years that
They
we've
deserve
been
it,
dealing
though.
with this. Stop bringing the dang beach balls. It's stupid.
Think of the financial.
I know, and they have to sit there and
To
blow them
them
up all during halftime.
And every time there's one that says "Take me to the must," that's the first one I go for.
Yeah, it's annoying. Well, all right, there we go. Championship
It's
week,
happening.
Utah.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna do it.
4 days. 4
I
days.
feel it, baby.
Happening.
I really
See,
do.
okay, this is where we need the statue of Kyle because I'd go worship at the statue of Kyle this week.
Go rub the statue of Kyle.
Go rub the calves of the statue of Kyle.
No, I don't think I will. But
I will.
James will.
So you'll
All right, Ute fans,
Go Utes.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous.
Ready?
Can't sleep.
Okay, you have to pack.
I can't eat.
I'm
Imodium.
telling you why. You can see in their
Pepto-Bismol.
eyes, they ready to ride. Shaking the tunnel, just screaming and yell if you ain't
What
ready.
else?
You can eat
Hey.
in alive.
Depends.
Taking the field with lots of passion. Swagging out with
Brent,
the
we
flies.
can go to dispensaries down there. It's totally legal.
Yeah, go to the dispensary and
That'll-
calm
that'll
thyself.
calm
Oh. Give some to Wendy.
But don't take too much or you'll wake up and miss the game.
We stacking them W's, pay attention.
Forget it.
Opponents coming with
Just need a little
apprehension.
bit.
We stay on top
Ginger
of our
ale.
division. We
Yeah,
be
ginger
just
ale is a
the
good
playoff
one.
contenders. We on the
Some saltine
rise
crackers.
Now the boys mad, mad, mad. We have to tighten them
Gonna
boys up.
subsist on that for the next 4 days.
We on the rise
Come on, Utes.
Now the boys
Come on,
mad,
Utes.
mad,
They're so
mad.
focused. They're dialed.
Mindset, baby, mindset.
Go Utes.